the panel. Mr. Komireddy, like I said, I'm very, very clear that the law of the land is supreme in this country. And as far as Indian law is concerned, there is absolutely no place for this kind of 7th century punishment, sar tan se juda, beheading for supposed blasphemy, etc. In fact, blasphemy is not even identified as a crime under the Indian Penal Code or the Criminal Procedure Code. The question is simply this, that if Nupur Sharma is hollowed through the coals, and rightfully so, and Raja Singh is hollowed through the coals, then why not these people who are openly, I mean, this is an incitement, active call to incitement for violence. I mean, if this is not, then I don't know what is. And in state after state, not just in Telangana, by the way. After Nupur Sharma incident, there were these open calls for Sar Tan Se Juda from Delhi to Mumbai to Karnataka, and today is the latest thing that we're seeing in Hyderabad. And nobody dared act against any of them.
Thanks for having me, Zaka. Basically, first of all, we need to condemn what Raja Singh said, and I'm glad you did that. And whatever the MIM corporate said also needs to be condemned, and similar action needs to be taken against him. But we must remember one thing, Zaka, whether it's Nupur Sharma or Raja Singh, these were the people who initiated it. And now we're speaking about Munawar. Munawar had to spend some time in jail for what he did. He did pay a price, and eventually the Supreme Court granted him bail. The Supreme Court did not ban or did not impose a gag order asking him not to perform anywhere. So he was supposed to come to Hyderabad previously. He couldn't come for whatever reasons. And now he was here. And if I'm not mistaken, I've read the reports, I've not seen his show, but he did not crack a single joke on any of the gods or goddesses. So, I mean, then what? I mean, Raja Singh did put up a stiff resistance. He was not allowed to go to the show. He was taken into preventive detention to safeguard the law and order in the state. And subsequently, what has happened? This was totally uncalled for. And Raja Singh shouldn't have said this. And Hyderabad is one such city where there is a substantial amount of Muslim population. And if you look at the culture of Hyderabad, you seldom see any communal violence. I mean, this is a call to violence. And well, I don't know if I should be saying this. I was personally surprised that he's been let off on bail for the offenses that he's committed. Now, coming to what the MIM corporator said, that is just not acceptable. The law should take its course. The police should not wait for any FIR to be registered. It's live, it's on air, it's on YouTube channels. Yep. It's an incitement to violence. The police should step in, suo motu take action and arrest him.
What sections would apply in this case? As far as I can tell, it is active incitement to violence. So what sections would likely take premise here?
No, similar sections for Raja Singh as well. Raja Singh was, whatever sections have been applied to Raja Singh, similar sections have to be applied for the MIM corporator as well. Whatever sections have applied to Zubair have to apply for the MIM corporator as well. Whatever sections applied to Zubair have to be applied for Raja Singh. Well, you must take one thing into consideration. I mean, we're all going after the MIM corporator, and let me be very clear on this. I am very clear that the police have to swing into action, arrest him. The law has to take its course. But please understand, Raja Singh did not spend a single minute in prison. Nupur Sharma did not spend single minute in prison. I will borrow the phrase of Supreme Court. The Honorable Supreme Court had said that the Delhi High Court has given a red carpet treatment to Nupur Sharma. On the other hand, Zubair has spent substantial amount of time in the in prison. So did Munawar. I mean, it is debatable whether he cracked the joke, did not crack the joke. That's a gray area. I don't want to get in there. But you must appreciate that there is no gag order against Munawar. He has a constitutional right of freedom of expression. The freedom of expression, I understand, is not absolute. There are certain restrictions. And I think his comedy show or whatever show that he performed in Hyderabad was well within those boundaries.
Okay.
Well, the police did extend him protection because that was the duty of the police. If you look at the Bangalore police, you know what they did. They did not allow him permission, but the Hyderabad police went ahead, granted him permission. It was a full house. It was reported widely in the press. He did not